Hello, Steve White, Steve Arts A9. Well, I just discovered this existed. I was looking at Superpowers figures a while ago and I saw that McFarlane Toys had released a Superman and a Batman, but although they seem reminiscent of the original 1980 Superpowers, they didn't really look like them. The Batman had really dark sort of colours and just didn't look right, and the Superman, same thing, and I sort of thought, unless they're going to recreate them exactly, I really don't want them. So I didn't look at them, and then the other day I stumbled across this one. I'm like, oh my god, I have to have it. It's basically the original 1980s Superpowers figure, but they've painted the face black like it was in the cartoon, although I was never sure if that was supposed to be literally black, like with the 1968 Adam West Batman with the cowl, which actually had a different colour of the front panel, or if it was just supposed to be the way the light reflected on it, like with his pants, it's always like black at the front. And so, but either way, they painted it, and it looks great. So I had to have it. So we have the back. There's that other. There's the dodgy Superman, the dodgy Batman. Some of the other figures. I mean, there's two Wonder Women, Flash, a Robin, Aquaman, Nightwing or whatever, and there's that Batman there. They're apparently doing a Superman same as this one, so a recreation. I think people probably saw these ones and didn't like that they were just in the style of Superpowers, but not really trying to recreate the exact sort of figure. And of course there's the Batmobile, which is a variation. It's not the same one that they actually had with the Superpowers ones, which is cool as well. And of course the Invisible Jet, which looks really dinky. The wings just look really, really skinny. I don't know. And it looks like they could have done a better job of that. But okay, so I'm going to open this finally. And I love the artwork actually on the front of the Batman, because that's the same artwork they had on the original packaging, I think. Okay. Okay, so the only issue with this, which I noticed right away, was the cape is way too wide on the top, and okay, I could see when it was on, I wasn't sure if it was a prototype thing, but the edges come way out here when they shouldn't do. They should be back here somewhere, but I sort of thought, well, maybe you can just sort of do this and fix it up that way, but I don't know, that's the only thing I noticed about it. I think the original was folded or something. I can't remember. I had it, but you know, I was a little kid and I don't remember. But yeah, this is going to take a bit of maneuvering to make it sit right, and might need some altering. But either way, the figure itself looks great. It looks pretty much exactly like the original. I think the colour's a little darker, just a slight little bit. The material of the cape is pretty much it's similar. It's not the same material. It's not that sort of nice sort of Aussie on Speedo nylon, but it sort of feels like a sort of polyester nylon sort of material. It's similar. It sort of has the same sort of weight where it sort of sits, where some of the other materials don't really sit and they just sort of stick out and just really doesn't look good on the smaller figures. But yeah, aside from this being a bit off, I don't know what I'm going to do about that, but I have an original one, although it's got a recreation cape, and the recreation cape is lighter than it should have been, so it's about 2 shades too light, and this is probably a shade darker than the original. But as you can see, if I can get the cape under there, they've done a very good job of recreating the figure. I can't really notice any real differences except yeah, I mean, this is matte, whereas I think that was gloss. My symbol rubbed off. Obviously, it had a Batman symbol there before, of course. Yeah, this cape is, I think, accurate size-wise, but it's about a shade lighter than it should be. It should really match the paint, but it doesn't. But yeah, I'm really happy with that. It looks almost exactly the same as the original, and it has the same feel. The cape's not quite right, but that's something you can alter yourself. It's not that difficult to do. Yeah, I guess they should have cut it on more of an angle up and not left so much up there. It's kind of weird. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. And I just hope they do the Superman as well, and I hope they do as good of a job. I can't see any changes they'd want to make to it, because the only thing they changed about this was the blackface. And everything else, like, it looks different because of the cape, but that's just because of the person that recreated it. Didn't do a great job. But I'm going to go. Feel free to share, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think. Thanks. Bye.